Hello guys, a couple of months ago, the Austin Chamber of Commerce reported that this year alone, dozens of businesses have either started up or are expanding in Texas. And we are not even halfway through 2021 yet. Now, this is not a new phenomenon. Over the years, more and more businesses and entrepreneurs have been starting, moving, or expanding to Texas. So it must mean that there's something in Texas that businesses and entrepreneurs are really excited about. And this is what we are going to find out in this video. To start with, probably the major reason that a lot of these businesses and entrepreneurs are moving to Texas is the cost factor. In most other states in the United States, housing costs and tax rates are quite high, which would obviously spike up the cost of running a business. On the other hand, Texas, which used to be somewhat untapped in terms of industry, offers low housing costs and tax rates. At least they are low when you compare them with other states, hence the relocation of businesses and entrepreneurs. Now, of course, with the influx of new businesses and humans in general, there is a possibility that Texas would become what people and businesses are currently running away from in states like California. But for now, this is what it is, and so businesses are flocking. Even more specifically, a good number of tech companies are moving from Silicon Valley to Texas, in spite of the advantages of being in a community that Silicon Valley offers, and it has to do with the high cost of running a business there. More than that is the fact that some entrepreneurs and startups do not consider Silicon Valley, or any other major city for those that are not techies, conducive for startups. The reason is because the business climate is already made in these major industry areas. Going in and trying to carve a space for yourself or your business could prove to be quite difficult, and it is very easy to get lost in all that greatness. As a result, startup businesses look to somewhat untapped states or areas like Texas in order to have the freedom to not only be a part of the business climate, but to be able to influence or shape it in some way. Furthermore, it is quite interesting that the movement of businesses and entrepreneurs to Texas in and of itself is a reason why more businesses and entrepreneurs are moving to Texas. What I mean here is that the introduction of businesses and industries into an area would precipitate economic growth across various sectors in said area. This growth would in turn make running a business in that area easier and better, and thereby encouraging more businesses and entrepreneurs to locate their business in said area. And in the case of Texas, the economic growth is significant enough to be enticing, but not too elaborate to no longer provide fresh opportunities. This intricate blend is a very strong pull for business owners, and if you are one, you can probably relate. To further emphasize how much of a pull that Texas holds for business owners, some of the big names in the world are opening a branch or expanding in Texas. By this, I do not just mean a random office where nothing really happens. These big names are opening factories and operational centers where real work will be happening. For example, just last year, HP announced that it is moving its headquarters from San Jose to Texas. Elon Musk announced that he would be building a Tesla factory in Texas. And the CEO of Dropbox, Drew Houston, moved to Texas. With these big names operating out of Texas, it is easier to see why businesses and entrepreneurs are drawn to the place. Now, another reason people are taking their business to Texas is because Texas is one of the most multicultural states in the US. In fact, it is the second most diverse state, with its diversification including that of race, language, and industry. Locating your business in a diverse space will increase your chances of having workplace productivity and diversity. Now, of course, this is not saying that those businesses that are not representative are that way because of where they are chosen to situate their business. It just means that workplace diversity is easier in a diverse state. But even more, the wealth of race and ethnicity that Texas boasts offers a variety of perspectives and experiences that can positively affect operations and even products for businesses that hope to be or already are global operations. The diversity that Texas boasts allows it to be the sample population. Basically, if you create products and or services that cater to the diversity in Texas, these products and or services should have global relevance. A lot of business owners know this, and this is one of the reasons that they are moving to Texas. Businesses have also reportedly been moving to Texas because of the University of Texas and the other universities there. Apparently, UT has a reputation for turning out smart and intelligent people that have the potential of turning into quite skilled workers. A lot of business owners know this, and so are deciding more and more to locate their businesses there in order to take advantage of the great skilled labor. It bears wondering how a saturation of industries and businesses in Texas would affect availability of potential workers. Whatever the case though, skilled potential employees are currently plentiful in Texas, and businesses are taking advantage of that. Finally, the regulations restricting the operation of businesses in Texas are not as strict as those in other big states, like say California. Business owners and entrepreneurs are finding that operating these businesses from a place like Texas is not only more cost-effective, it also is less restrictive, allowing them, for the most part, to run their businesses the way they believe is best. So, it makes sense those big names that were mentioned earlier have decided to move their headquarters to Texas. What do you think about Texas as an operating base for your business? As an entrepreneur, is Texas a place you're considering to locate in? Tell us in the comments section, and while you're at it, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell if you like Texas. And I'll see you in the next one.